McRae, She's All I Want to Be on BBC Radio Somerset. It's Charlie Taylor here. Evening, 22 minutes past 7 o'clock. You're listening on a Thursday night. It's our last show of the week because it'll be the big night in tomorrow night from 6 till 10. So make sure you're listening into that. But coming up after 8 tonight, we're going to be heading to, for the last time this week, to Merriott to talk about some of the work going on there to bring a stream back to life, uncovering it from the culvert that it's been hidden in for over 100 years. We'll be hearing for the last time about that this week. If you've been enjoying that, make sure you don't miss it. It's coming up in around about an hour's time here on BBC Radio Somerset. But first, in our Content Creators Hour, we are heading to Strode College in Street, producing some online projects for their portfolios as part of the media course there. They're currently working with community organisations across the county to create promotional videos for them. Adrian Smith is the media course leader at the college, and we're also going to hear from students Skye, Carson and Gabby Whiston as well. Evening, you three.
Hello.
Hi, great to speak to you. Hi. Adrian, I'm going to start with you, if that's all right. Tell us, first of all, about the media course. What sorts of things do you cover in that?
It's a very practical course. The students start off by making a podcast. They get into small groups of 3, they divide it, they create the podcast content, they learn about audio editing, that kind of thing. Then they move on to making a music video. And then in the second year, they make short documentary films and devise their own short film as well.
Great.
And this project is actually the end of the first year, where they work with local clients to create a promotional film.
Fantastic.
Promotion, yeah.
I like the idea of creating a music video. Let's have a chat with Skye and Gabby. When you make a music video, does that feature you? Do you have to sort of pretend to be rock stars or pop stars while you're doing that?
If you want to be in the video, you can be in the video. But I certainly got my friends to be the rock stars in the video.
Good idea. I think that makes sense. Stay behind the camera. I imagine that could be fair. Although I guess at Strode you've probably got music students who'd be quite keen to have a music video for some of the stuff they're making. Is that right?
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
I got really lucky because the music department's right below us. So
great. That saves you carrying your camera too far then, by the sounds of it.
Exactly.
Good stuff. Okay, Skye, tell me a bit about what it is you're creating now, these promotional videos. What are you doing?
Well, I'm creating a promotional video for young farmers. Basically just to tell their story, how they came about, what they're doing, how they help the community and like the charity side of their organisation. And hopefully it will bring, quite a few people sort of into their organisation, I guess. It will promote them and hopefully get some more people to join.
Fab. Is that a group you knew much about before you started this project?
Well, from my point of view, my little sister was part of it, right. So I knew a little bit about it, but not as much as I know now. I definitely have learned a lot while doing the video and I guess the production during that.
And when you were finding out more about it, I know you said your sister's part of it, so I guess you knew a bit about it from what she said. But were you surprised by how big the organisation is, or by what they do, or how important it is to local areas?
I've definitely realised going to some of their events how large scale their organisation is and how many people are actually a part of it, and a lot more of what they do. There's so many people within the actual organisation. So many people have these different key roles.
Great. Well, good for you promoting it for them as well. We'll come on and talk about what the finished product's like. Gabby, I'm going to come to you now. So same question. What are you doing? Who are you promoting in your videos?
So I'm doing a promotional film and a newspaper article about Paddington Farm in Glastonbury, which is it's a working organic farm, but they also they host kids from cities and just young people from cities who wouldn't necessarily get the opportunity to experience life on the farm. So they get to learn about the countryside and learn new skills. And they also hold a volunteer session every Wednesday, which is what I'm doing my project about. So I got to meet with the volunteers and hopefully encourage other people to volunteer, not just at Paddington Farm, but also in their local community.
Fantastic. Does that lend itself quite well to being on camera? I'm thinking I can imagine some really nice rural-looking shots of the sort of the farm there, but also the people working as volunteers.
Yeah, so when I went down there, obviously it's a farm and they have loads of animals, so I was able to get some really great shots of they have alpacas and goats and horses, and also they were doing lots of gardening when I went down there, so managed to get some really great shots of them gardening and just lots of nature shots, and yeah, it was really great.
Brilliant. Adrian, when you're looking at some of the projects, you're keeping an eye, I guess, of progress and giving advice and things like that. Are you impressed by what the students come up with each year about the different projects you end up learning about, I guess, from watching all these videos?
Absolutely, yeah. The students work with so many different people each year. I mean, they're working with the Art Bank in Shepton. There's a forest food project in Shepton, the Lost Project skate park in Glastonbury. There's all sorts of different projects that they work with. And I think last year they did the Yeovil Rivers Trust as well. That was really a good project. It was a great project to get involved with.
Fantastic.
So we learn a lot, yeah, definitely.
And do you find that students come to you now, and maybe this applies to Skye and Gabby, but I wonder how many students come to you now because of how technology's changed, that actually maybe they come to you with some skills already because they can, the equipment is now much more affordable, isn't it? A lot of people can do these editing and shooting on their phones much more easily than they could do, say, even 5 years ago, maybe, but even further back than that. Is that fair to say, or do you basically start from scratch?
Oh, I think so, yeah. I mean, with the first project they do is with their mobile phones, so they can use the equipment that they've got at home. And we do find that students come with a lot of skills, especially actually in understanding social media marketing, and creating thumbnails for videos, and how to get the views and the likes, how to make a video more popular. That's a really important skill, and that's something that they're coming in with immediately, really.
Yeah. They're teaching you that, maybe.
We're finding that actually there's a growing area of employment in digital marketing. So, and that very much involves social media. So we've actually got one of our second years has just found a full-time job in digital marketing. And we have other students going on to study media at university and then going on into digital marketing after that. So it's not just film and TV anymore. There's a whole wide range of different areas.
Absolutely huge, as you say, a huge sort of marketplace for digital marketing. Every company is going to want to have some kind of imprint online these days. Skye?
Absolutely, yeah. Everybody does.
Tell us a bit, Skye, about where we can see these. Will they go public at the end of this? Is that the plan?
I hope mine definitely goes public. I'd like for it to be, useful for my client, and hopefully it will get put on their social medias like Instagram and YouTube and things like that, maybe even their website.
Great. Yeah, okay. Keep an eye out for the Young Farmers website then. And Gabby, is that a similar idea for you? You'd like to see Paddington Farm do something like that?
Yeah, so they did ask me if they could put it on their website once they're done, which I hope they do, and also I'll make sure it's uploaded onto YouTube and stuff. And also, a few people in the class, including me, have been making posters with QR code links so that when you scan the QR code, it takes you to the videos. So also people can watch them through that as well.
Very clever. Yeah, very, very good. Well, that's great. What's the plan for the future? Have you got a job you'd really love to do, which is why you chose the course, or are you just sort of seeing where this takes you, Gabby?
I mean, I've always known I've wanted to work in that sort of area somewhere, like definitely in the creative industry. I'm at the moment really keen on getting into journalism. But honestly, just anywhere in the media, I think is where I'd really like to be
good for
in
you.
The future.
Getting some very good skills by the sound of it at Strode at the moment. And same to you, Skye. Is there a job that you've really got your heart set on, or are you sort of seeing how much you like it just by doing the course?
Definitely want to be behind the camera, working with all the equipment and the new up and coming cameras and things like that. I'd love to do that.
Good stuff. Well, it sounds absolutely great. Adrian, there might be people listening now, or parents of people listening now, who really want to do a course like this. How can they find out more about what goes on at Strode?
Oh, well, they can come along to an open evening. They can contact us via the website. They can even find us on YouTube. We've got our own YouTube channel called Strode TV, and a lot of these products are put up onto that YouTube channel. But the best way is via the Strode College website.
Brilliant stuff. Well, it's great chatting to you three. Thanks so much today, and best of luck. We'll keep an eye out for those videos. Look forward to seeing them.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. That's Adrian Smith there, who's the media course leader at Strode College, and we heard from students Skye, Carson and Gabby Whiston there. Great to speak to them about some of the work going on. The media employees of the future, the people who are going to be creating, well, we heard their videos, but also other things as well, articles. We heard Gabby talk about wanting to be a journalist, so keep an eye out for those names in future. It's just gone 7:30 now. Good evening, it's Charlie here with you, BBC Radio Somerset.